What's good, everybody? Today I got a very early unboxing and I'm actually really excited for this pair to come out. However, there is some controversy going around this pair because a lot of people are saying we don't even need it for real because we already have the OG pair and the OG pair is better. So that's my job in today's video. I'm going to pinpoint which one is better, basically the new school or the old school. And I have a very special item that I'm gonna bring later into the video that's gonna help us. It's gonna be key to figure out which one is better. So make sure to stay tuned for the whole video because I'm gonna bring it out in the middle and we're gonna see which one is the real deal. So with that being said, we can go straight into the unboxing. So here we go. So already starting with the box, I liked how they did it because when I got it, I was like, it looks weird. I thought it was upside down, and the reason I thought that is because usually when you have like the Jordan 4 box, so the original Bred 4s, you know, the cement or this gray colorway was on the bottom and then the black was on top. So they just reversed it. I don't know if that was their specific goal, like, oh, well, this is the Reimagined pair, so we're just like, it has a quote-unquote twist, so they twist the box, you know. Hopefully they did it for that. That would be pretty cool to add some little detail. Other than that, I might be reaching. I don't know. Let me know what y'all think. So that's starting off with the box. Other than that, it looks like a regular just Jordan 4 box with the Jumpman on the middle with the Flight. So and then the Nike Air on the side. So there's nothing outside of the switch of the colorways. There's nothing too different from this box. Now we're gonna go ahead and read the sizing chart on it. So it's an Air Jordan 4 Retro colorway black/fire red cement gray. So nothing that, you know, this is gonna be the Bred 4. It's a size 13. It's my personal pair. And the reason I got this specific size, I mean, I usually do get my personal when I get these early pairs, but the reason I got this one is because when me and the plug, we talked about, you know, the shoes that are coming out in the future. I actually forgot that these were coming out, and he had reminded me. He was like, oh yeah, like just wait on the Bred 4s, we're gonna have them for you soon. And I was like, oh no, like I'm probably good off them because, you know, I have my original pair and I probably only wore them like once or twice. You know, I barely even wear those, even though I love them to death. And he was like, no, bro, these are better. You're going to 100% want it. And it's not like he was like upselling me or trying to convince me because one, I was going to buy them regardless. And two, like he's just never done that. So for him to just like speak out on a shoe, that kind of meant a lot. So I'm really curious. And then the color code is FV5029-006. So, like I say in all my early unboxing videos, make sure you keep that code in mind because when you start to fill out those raffles, all you got to do is put that in the search engine and then put a space bar, put raffles, and then the whole Google will just give you a whole bunch of websites that you can insert some raffles in. So at least you don't have to, you know, solely rely on sneakers, which a lot of people do. And also, I'm going to start mentioning, because I know I have some people in the comment section asking, like, you know, when I have the early pairs, like for the Air Jordan 3 Craft Ivories, a lot of people are asking me, like, where they're going to come out yet. And I did forget to put where they're going to come out. So for this one, we'll save that for later. But I will tell y'all where you can find these on release date outside of those raffles that I just mentioned. So, taking it out. Here we have the Bred 4 Reimagined. So here we have it. Then you see the hang tag off rip. No special paper, just the standard, you know, paper that you would get in any Jordan 4 box, the last Bred 4 box. And there's no extra laces, so all it is going to be the black laces. So let me go ahead and move that out the way. So as you can see, so the two main differences that I've seen in the Bred 4s already, just like not even going into details, obviously one, the box, and then two, The hang tag. I remember mine on my original Bred Force. They were an orange hang tag. So again, I like that they're adding like different smaller details just to make sure like it has a different feel. It incentivizes you to have both pairs, you know. So if someone's walking on the street and they see, you know, you with the newest ones, you know, not a lot of people really have an eye for like the material. So just like glancing at it, they're not gonna know the difference between leather and suede and nubuck and all that. But you know, if you got like a whole different color hang tag, they're like, hold on, aren't those a little bit different? And then they start paying attention, like, oh, you got the new one. So I kind of like that. It's nothing really crazy, but yeah. So this right here is the Bred 4 Reimagined, and it has the exact same colorway as the other Bred 4. So you might be thinking, like, why are people going so crazy for this one? The only difference is the leather. You know, we never got that Bred 4 with leather. It was always like that suede nubuck type of material on it, and they've been you know, 2019 wasn't the last time that they came out. Those probably came out like 3 or 4 times already, and each time was with that same material. So this time is with leather. Now a lot of people prefer the leather more, and now that I'm looking at it, me personally, I like the leather more, and my sole reason for that is, one, honestly, it looks cleaner. I really do like the leather look on it. It's really good. However, I didn't dislike, you know, the suede nubuck type of material on the originals. But me, for a personal thing with me, I know I'm not the best at taking care of my shoes, or at least when I go out, I don't want to have to worry about, you know, standing and walking a certain way to avoid certain things, so I don't, you know, mess up my shoes with that suede material. Because once you get the littlest thing on that type of material, the shoe is hard to clean. So that's my thing. That's probably the only thing that I like about the leather. The quality on it, if you can see it through the camera, it's really good. It feels really soft. It's not rushed or anything. I really do like the feel, and I think it just has a sleeker look. Like, overall, it's just cleaner. And then now that I'm like looking at it even more, this black hang tag goes well with this leather, because once you put this leather on it, it gives it more of a definite black. You know, with the suede and nubuck, it kind of got that like ashy black type of deal. You know what I'm saying? So that's my thoughts on these. I really like these. Like I said, these are exactly like the Bred 4s. There's nothing really different. So with that being said, I'm gonna bring out that special item that I said I got. So this right here is my 2019 pair, and when I got it, I actually looked at it. It's been in a storage, but you know, it kind of has some. You can see the wear on it. I could have honestly dusted these off or like cleaned them a little bit for the video, but it really doesn't matter. But I'm glad that I didn't do that, because there's some imperfections on here, obviously, from like day-to-day wear. Obviously, it's not like, it doesn't look terrible whatsoever, but like something like this, like you can see that real crease in that toe box. You know, with this type of material, it kind of looks worse, even though obviously, like, once I put my foot in it, it won't look that bad. But like just that kind of dent in it, on top of like this dust collecting on the toe box from this material, it doesn't look as good, you know, compared to this. Like, when you get this leather, like, you can do more, and you can be more carefree with this type of material. You're not gonna have to worry about it. Like I said, I've probably only worn these two to three times, honestly, and obviously you can see that there's some wear. And just like stuff like this, it just looks like fingerprints, you know. Like, obviously this is like a real easy wash. I didn't trash them or anything. However, it's just something that you kind of don't want to worry about. Like, look at, like, even my my wing, you know, it's just, the whole thing is just ashy. So that's the only difference really. Is just this, the newer version, it has a more definite look, you know. It's a more defined black. I mean, if I were choosing, I guess I would rather have it like this. However, I don't really see people, like, I can understand why people want the OG more. It's what people are used to. It's a nostalgic feeling, you know. It's what like it's the original. So obviously when you get something like this, like there's always gonna be people that grew up on this type, like, oh, like we don't need leather, da da da, like real men wear theirs suede or whatever people be saying. So it's not like, it's no difference. It's the exact same shoe. There's no difference whatsoever. Obviously this one's a little bit dirty, so, but you know, we both have the Nike Air on the back. The only thing difference is, again, like even on the tongue, the patch, it's a darker black. So that's the main emphasis on this shoe. It's going to be a more definite and solid black, and you get to honestly just have more fun with it compared to this one. I kind of feel like that's the real reason why I've only worn these 2 or 3 times, because I knew like the one or two times that I did wear them, like I know for a fact one time I did get them dirty, but I had to be so cautious of just wearing it. But again, that's with all shoes. You know, not every shoe is supposed to have leather. Leather isn't, you know, best material. It just depends really on the shoe, and you know, a whole lot of other things. But you know, it just being leather doesn't mean like, oh, like you can run around and be reckless with it. It's just a better alternative than suede, because suede is more like sensitive in a sense. But overall, for the reimagined look, honestly, I think they did a really good job, because okay, I'll put it like this: if I never had this shoe, I would 100% want this, and I would not feel bad. This would not be a bad purchase for me. However, since I already have this shoe, this isn't a real like need. Like I could really care less if obviously, you know, I'm blessed to have it and I have it early, but you know, it's not a necessity for me. Now, if I didn't have this one, if I didn't already have this one, or if I just beat them to death, oh, this is a perfect alternative, and I don't care. Like, I'm not gonna think of the shoe any different because it's leather over suede. Like I said earlier, most people aren't gonna really even notice unless they're like real sneakerheads, or you know, just in tune with the culture, stuff like that. But on a reimagined note, I think they did very well with this shoe. They executed it very well, and I feel like it goes up there with the 3s and the 1s. I think they both did a really good job on creating those older models into a more modern sense while still having that nostalgic feel. And I just think this is a really good job. It's a really good alternative. And I even had like some older people who grew up on, you know, the Bred 4s, you know, earlier than the 2019, and I forgot the other year that they came out, but you know, they grew up on those remakes. They're like, yo, like those are sick, da da da. Like I said, even my plug, he was the one who told me that. Now, do I need them? No, so I don't really agree with him on that, but I have the shoe already, so I don't know what I'm gonna do with it. I don't know if I'm gonna keep it, sell it. I don't know what I'm gonna do. So again, I'll just give y'all like a quick little 360 of each one. Like I said, I like both of them. Obviously, these are worn before, and then these are dead stock because you know, they haven't came out yet. But yeah, so let me know which one you think is better, the OG or the reimagined. Honestly, if like you can say this one is better, but for you to say that you dislike this one, I think that's just hater vibes. But that's my opinion. I want to know yours. Now we can talk about stock. We can talk about where they're going to be dropping at. We're going to talk about resale price. We can talk about all that. So starting with stores, I've already confirmed that they're going to be at tier 1 and tier 0 stores. So if you have some of those in your city, then make sure to just stay on top of it. They come out February 17th, so you have a decent amount of time before they come out. But just, you know, show your face, ask them how the release procedure is. They're confirmed for JD and Finish Line. There was a rumor going around earlier that they were going to shock drop it like it should have already happened by the time that I'm recording. But so obviously they might do a shock drop, like the little shock access drop, how they'd be doing with the points. So they might do that. Foot Locker is confirmed. Honestly, I don't know about Champs, because Champs is iffy. Obviously some Champs are gonna get them, but like for a good amount of Champs, I don't know, because they're on their like, they're trying to separate Foot Locker and Champs essentially, but that's a whole nother story. You know, obviously your DTLRs, your Hibbits, Snipes, all those are going to get them. So they're going to be, I wouldn't say vastly available because they're not going to be a GR. And also you have to think there's going to be a very high demand for them because like I said, anytime these came out, there was always a high demand. Like these have like a very similar demand to the Jordan 11s, I would say. So these are like one of the original shoes. So Jordan wore these, all that, etc. So you got the old heads, you got the new heads, both of them come together. They're gonna want them, and so that's the same thing with that. So it's gonna be a very high demand. I feel like it's gonna be at a lot of stores. However, stock is gonna be allocated on the like medium to low side throughout all of these stores. So multiple stores just with medium stock. So I think, you know, if you really try, you'll have a very decent chance of getting them for retail. But like I said, use that code. You can put it in Google and it'll tell you all the raffles and stuff like that. Now for resale, as I'm making this and I have an early pair, they're reselling like anywhere between like $350 to $400. Do I think that they'll go higher or lower than that? Honestly, I think they'll stay at that price. I think you'll have like a very, I don't know. There's gonna be a definite fluctuation during release date and that first week. However, I think it's gonna stabilize in that 350 to 400 range, and I think over time it's gonna go up a lot. I think I can see these in the 500s to 600s later on. Similar to these, even though they can't come out already, everybody loves them. It's an OG model. There's never any hate for them, and I think that's the same thing for this because even just looking back at the previous two Reimagines, the White Cement 3s and the Lost and Founds, I don't think anybody had like too many issues with them. I think the White Cement Reimagine was like just the perfect shoe. The Lost and Found, I think they did very good with the packaging, the detailing. I think that was very spot on. I think it was a very good way to start the Reimagine like line. Because they really did well with the detailing. Now, I don't know why, because I know for the cements and these, they didn't have anything like that. But, you know, it's whatever. We like the shoe. We don't. But, yeah, so regardless, I think it'll stabilize at 350 to 400. And then over time, it'll go to just 6 and 5. I would say anywhere between like 5 to 6. Bigger size like a 13, 14, you might get hit with a 650 here and there. But yeah, the market is just gonna dry out on these. And also it's a bad time to be buying shoes. So it might get hit with a little dip, but once I give it a year, they'll be at that 5 to 650 range. So I think that's everything for the Bred 4 Reimagines. Let me know if you think the 2014 pair is better or the 2019 better. See, like I said, it's not even that big of a difference. Like, I literally just picked it up without even knowing. So, you know, it's not that big of a deal. Me, personally, I'm going with the 2024 pair if I already didn't have these. But these came first, so I don't need these. So, let me know what y'all think in the comments down below. And with that being said, I'll see y'all in the next video. Peace.